I think we're on! Yay. Good evening everyone! We are doing a Crazy Colour live tonight. I can't believe this is actually my life right now. This is such a big moment. Thank you so much Crazy Colour for asking me to do this. Asking me on this live, repping my Slunks family tonight. I'm Ollie, I am a stylist here at Slunks Hair Club in Cardiff. So it is spooky season. It's the best time of the year. So I'm going to talk you through kind of like an ooky spooky, Hallowooky look that we've come up with tonight. We are, I don't know what you guys think of when you first think of Halloween, but my first thought was all the Halloween candy you get, trick-or-treat bags, all like the good gooey stuff you get, only this time of year though. So, and then I was walking in the supermarket one day and I saw a candy corn bag next to each other and what they called witch's candy corn. And that witch's candy corn was purple, blue and green, and the normal candy corn is orange, yellow, and sometimes white, sometimes pink. We're going pink tonight, and I just thought that would look excellent on someone's head, and that someone is my lovely Molly here today. Molly's a regular of mine. We've been on quite a hair journey, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think name a colour, it's been on her head. So I'll just talk you through what we've done so far today. So as you can tell,
we have a question.
Oh, already?
We already have a question.
What have we got?
So RDK Hair asks, when using crazy colours, do the colours bleed together when rinsing, or do they have a clear rinse?
So I find, it depends what you put on top of each other. If you kind of have colours in the same colour family, they will rinse out nicely together. If I have, say, like a bright red and a yellow maybe, because red will run into everything, I will rinse the yellow first, slap some conditioner on it, and almost paste it to the side of the basin. So that is out of the way, and you can concentrate on just washing off the brighter colour at the top then. But yeah, it really depends what you use. Anti-bleed spray is a godsend. It's probably one of my favourite products to use, to spray on the hair after a quick rinse and just lock it all into place. We'll be using lots of that later tonight. I've already sent Mole home many a time with anti-bleed spray. It's got such a nice smell as well. I always say it smells like those, if you remember those 10p lollipops you got in your school pick and mix. That's what it smells like. So, going back to what's on Molly's head today. So, if you can believe, coming in this morning, Mole had about 1.5 inches of level 4 root. If you're not a hairdresser, level 4 is like my colour, pretty much the darkest brown before black. And then we were a faded out, almost traffic light kind of vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like an orangey red into yellow into green. And we actually used Crazy Colours back to base sachets to strip out the rest of that crazy colour that was on there. And it worked an absolute treat. Obviously the green on her ends was a bit stubborn in some places, so we kind of brought the witch's candy corn further round to what we initially planned, but we move. It's Halloween, spooky things are happening, it's a paranormal activity. So, if I just spin Molly around here, what we've done at the back so far is I've kind of done like a bricking stacking situation. So a section on the angle here, a section flat and a section on the angle. So when that all washes off and comes back together like this, that's how I'm going to create that like candy corn triangular stacked vibe. So we have our purple root, which is hot purple and cyclamen. I like mixing cyclamen in my purple mixes quite a lot because I feel like it takes out that bluiness when it fades, so it fades a lot more kind of true to purple tones. And then we are going into our blue mix, which is sky blue, capri blue, and loads of blue power pigments. If you want to know more about power pigments, watch Amber Does Mermaid Hair's live that was on the other day. That was a lesson for me. Like, she is amazing with her power pigments. And then going further down, this is probably my favourite green mix I've ever made. It's mostly peppermint with just a little squirt of lime twist just to punch it up a bit. And when it washes out, it's going to be like a really nice, minty, I want to say sickly, but that's not the vibe we're going for. Like, I want to say like sickly toffee apple, but toffee's not green, but you get what I mean, Halloween, stay with the flow. And I'm not lying to you when I say this is actually the same colour as my car, this green. So that is the back, and then we'll start, and we move to the sides. If you imagine, for any hairdressers watching, if you do like a teardrop section on your balayage, like a teardrop melt, that's kind of what we're going for. So as we kind of come around the front, the purple gets less and less prominent into the melt, and the blue comes higher and higher up. So when we get to our money pieces and our bangs, the purple's pretty much non-existent, and it's just straight into the blue, into the green. So, we have left out 2 sections that we're going to finish here, and then right at this part of the front, the one that's lifted all of the green out of those ends, we are going to do our traditional candy corn, and I'll save those mixes for later. So, I'm going to put my gloves on. I did have a glove accident earlier, hence the one blue finger. I've been saving the 1 pair of large gloves I could find in the salon today for tonight, and I've been squeezing my hands into small gloves, and it was not, didn't work out for me, but again, we move. It's spooky season. It's Halloween. Any questions, guys? Send them all in. Have we got any, Soph?
Not at the moment. Lots of hellos.
Hello.
Lots of lovely compliments. Love these colours together.
Sick.
Says Nicole. Not another makeup artist. Says the Colour King.
That's my mama.
Ah.
She's my adopted mama.
That's very cute.
Yes. So, we've got this section left, which we are going to do the melts we have here. I have got my bowls ready. I shouldn't say bowls, it's Halloween. Let's say cauldrons. I've got my cauldrons all mixed together. Is that Daisy there? I can see Daisy typing.
Daisy has asked, what's your do or die crazy colour melt?
Oh! Firstly, guys, if you don't know Daisy Gold, you should know Daisy Gold, like Queen of all blondes. Not just Queen of all blondes, she's also family, but so we guess it runs in the family hair. So, my favourite melt. Oh, I do love what I'm going to do on the front section of moles. It is kind of what we've done before.
It's our baby.
It's our baby, it
Yeah.
is our baby, and we're just kind of adapting it for what we're doing today. So I'll talk you through that in a minute. I do love, like, you can't go wrong with a sunset. It always just looks on point. It sounds bad to say it, but the better the colours are in the same colour family, it's like your oranges, yellows, peaches, that blend is just going to be easier to make. You don't have to, you almost don't have to like work as hard to blend together because they're in the same colour family. So anything like sunset-y, sunset-y, did I say sunset twice? Sunset, sunrise? Yeah, we're in a musical now. Anyway.
One more question
Yes.
before you move on. Have you ever done a UV crazy colour melt?
We love a bit of UV in this house. I would usually always put a bit of UV in my mixes. Who doesn't want to glow in the light as well as the dark? I love the green UV. It's just beautiful, chef's kiss. Glows like the sun, even though it's green. We love lots more on here. The one thing I would say with UV is that sometimes it's a little bit thicker, and it does emulsify more, so you can kind of see the conditioner that's in crazy colour kind of rubbing together. And there's a very fine line between like overworking the hair and emulsifying it too much to where you actually start working the colour out of the hair. So it's better to kind of just slap it on, give it a little stroke, and then leave it to develop. And that's the best thing with crazy colour as well. You can literally leave it on for hours and it will get to the shade it is going to be. You don't have to worry about over-processing, over-toning, over-colouring. You can just have a lovely time. If you're doing this at home, put it on, watch a horror film because it is Halloween, and go about your life. Right, so let's do this top section. We're going to start with, let me split it in two first. Let me get those so I can lay that over the top. Yeah, lovely stuff. So, like I said before, we're kind of going for a teardrop section, teardrop melt. So, got my purple. I'm just kind of going to paint it on diagonally there. Let's turn you out a little bit more. There we are. So I'm going to paint that on diagonally. Match it up with what I've got at the back. What's everyone doing for Halloween, guys? Anyone got any plans? There we are, make sure it's really saturated. Number one rule with crazy colour, saturate, saturate, saturate. Cool, right, so that purple's on there on a little diagonal, and I'm just literally, with my thumb and second finger in. Is that your forefinger? I failed biology, guys. Someone Yeah, forefinger. Literally, just going to feather it down almost like you're milking a tiny cow. That's kind of the motion you've got to go for. So just bring that down there, there. And it kind of shears out a little bit, and that's when I know I'm ready for my next colour. Just going to wipe that purple off. Onto our blue. Like I said about just a couple of minutes ago, your blue and your purple are in the same colour family, so you don't really need to work as hard to blend them together because they're just going to blend as they are. So I'm literally going to take my blue and slap it over the end of where my purple melt was. And then, rather than milk it down, I'm just going to smudge it down. Milk it down. I'm just going to smudge it down and then kind of feather it out with my middle finger there. There's a little bit more there. Lovely stuff. There we are.
And Lydia's saying, I want this next time I see you.
Oh, thanks, Lyd. I can tell you now you won't be having it because you've just dyed your hair pink. So you're going to live with that for a while. And then my new favourite, green, aka the colour of my car, aka toffee apple green. I'm sticking with it, guys. So because we blended that bit out with our middle finger there, you can just kind of glide over it and get that blend in. And I'm just going to smudge those ends up to really saturate it. I'm just going to take my blue one more time and just kind of go over that middle line. Blend that out again. A little bit more green. Paint sideways this time to really get it in there.
You have a lot of love for the green.
Oh, it's stunning, isn't it?
I love it so much.
I feel like with green, it's always the colour that people come in being like, I don't want green, I don't want green. And then you put green on them, they're like, oh my god, I love it.
It's like yellow.
Yeah, yellow as well. There we are. So, last section for this side now. We've lost the foil, it's fine, we don't need her. She's our inner saboteur.
Daisy has asked, would the green be easy to remove if I wanted to go blonde again?
I think this green would be easier than other greens because it's more pastel. Kind of your greens, your blues, your reds. Once they're in there, they're in there. You kind of got to commit to having them. To go blonde again, like I said earlier, I used back to base on this and it's come straight out. I think a pastel green like this with back to base would come straight out as well. So I think you'd be in safe hands, Daisy, but you are the queen of blonde, so I can't imagine you going green anytime soon. So there we are. Right, last section now. We are going to paint just underneath this time to really saturate that in. Bring it down there. I always like when I pull the last section down, you kind of see that last bit of almost the colour seeping through into the top there.
Maybe turn around just a little bit.
Yeah.
Ollie.
There we go.
Lovely.
So again, going into our like teardroppy section there, going to bring it back to get right in that front there.
We have a question
Go
from
for it.
Gans3.
Yeah.
Such a great design. What's your favourite Halloween hairdo inspired by a spooky Halloween film?
Oh,
That's a good
that's a
question.
good
Good
question. I mean, insert Hocus Pocus witch here, because all of them have got iconic hair. I mean, like Winifred's like love heart shaped, curly red mane is excellent. Oh, that is really good. Hang on, I've got to think now.
Mine's easy.
What's yours?
Frankenstein's.
Oh
bride.
yes,
With
of
the white
course, white
panels.
stripes, white panels.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think my thing, and I don't know if anyone watching is the same. Like if ever I've dressed up for Halloween, I've always gone like funny Halloween rather than scary Halloween. So I dressed up as a peacock one year. That was my favourite costume ever.
I could do that with this hair.
You could be a peacock with this hair. Right, so we just put the blue on again, like I said last time, straight over the top of where that purple ended. Just going to go side to side for a little bit to really saturate it in and blend that down with your fingers and just kind of stroke it out with your middle finger there. And then our last bit of green.
Helen has asked, reckon you can try the Hocus Pocus Winnie look on me next time I see you?
Absolutely, babes.
That'd be amazing.
Is anyone dressing up for Halloween, guys? Anyone got any plans?
Chelsea Gord has asked.
Yes.
My hot pink hair never feels bright enough. What would you recommend to make it brighter?
Rebel UV, 100%. So Rebel UV is the UV pink colour in there. Like I just said, with the green as well. Like all the UVs glow in the light and the dark. So I think we'll really just kick it up a bit to give it a bit more shine, maybe, give it a bit more chutzpah. There we
Like
are.
on its own or with Pinkissimo?
Oh no, I mix it with Pinkissimo. So use it as kind of like an additive into your pink mix. So Pinkissimo, maybe a few drops of cyclamen just to give it a bit of depth in there as well. And then chuck in a whole bottle of Rebel. There we are. Right, so that is our Witch's Candy Corn Melt 3/4 done. So this front panel here is going to be our more traditional candy corn colours. We're going to do a panel. Panels are really in at the moment. Everyone wants a panel of something, a panel of a couple of colours going on. And we're just going to do that as our front section today and have a little contrast going on. So, our root colour is going to be coral red and orange together. And that looks like, oh, can we all see that? There. Our middle colour is actually peachy coral and canary, and look at that, it's a proper like sunshine yellow. And then our end colour is probably one of my favourite crazy colour mixes. It is, I call this Percy Pig Pink, and if you know, you know. It's rose gold and candy floss. So, I'm just going to cover this side in some foil so we don't get any transfer on there, and then I can lay that front section back if I need to.
We've had another quick question. What's the best colour to spookify my hair? There's a lot of salt and pepper there. What would you recommend?
Spookify. Ooh. Honestly, cyclamen will cover anything, and it's a colour for all seasons. We love cyclamen. One of the girls in here has got natural level 4 hair and some sparkly greys, and it covers that perfectly. Anything with a bit of depth to it. Try a bit of Bordeaux. Something like that's like a nice red winey colour. Yeah, that looks sick. So we are going to, I'm just going to paint the root on all the way up first. So that is our orange and coral red mix there. So we don't get then confused with the rest of the mix. So because this panel at the front's quite thin width-wise, I'm actually going to take chunkier sections going up than I did with the rest of the hair there. So, same again like I did with the purple sides, with our witch's candy corn. Pin on our root there. When it comes to sideburny bits, I like just feather it up so it covers there. And that's a nice way of like getting it on without covering your client's face in loads of colour. Right, I'm going to milk this one sideways a little bit. I've just used it, I'm saying milk now, it's happening. I'm going to milk the hair down. And then again, with the blue into purple, similar story with our orange into yellow. They're the same colour family. They're going to blend regardless. I'm just going to paint that over the top of where our orange root ends and smush that in. Just wipe my hands before we get Percy Pig Pink. Percy Pig Pink. Right, again, just going to smush that on right where the purple, yellow ends, and I'm going to milk that a little bit as well, just to get that blended. But how pretty is that pink?
We've had a question. Is your black dye a dark blue or is it black? I think they're referring to the purple root.
Oh, so
So
yeah.
maybe explain
I
what's
think it's
on
the
it.
lighting in here. So I haven't got black on there. It is a mix of cyclamen and hot purple. As far as I know, the crazy colour black is black black. Sometimes it fades blue depending on what base it goes. But the black is black black. Natural black's more of, say, like a little bit like my colour, like one shade off black black, if that makes sense. Okay, we are going to carry on doing our front section there.
It's 7:20. Give you a time update. You're doing good for time.
So I'm just going to paint the rest of the front ones here. They're in. Next section there. Bring it down. Just going to smush on some roots before I section that off. So I'm just painting this one sideways because it's a bit thinner than the brushes. Cool. And again, I'm going to bring that forward, clip it out of the way for now. Right, Mom, tell me what you like about Halloween.
Everything, to be honest. Everything. I love it. I'm just a very spooky season person.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Favourite Halloween movie?
No, yes. That's such a hard question. What's yours?
Halloween Town? Disney Channel original movie? Absolutely.
I don't know what my favourite is. I like the classics.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I get you.
I want to see the Halloween Ends, the new one.
Yes. Yes.
Apparently it's really good. I want to go see that. I like all those. Love the Scream.
Oh, Scream.
Like that.
Yes.
And like earlier, we were talking about Nightmare Before Christmas, weren't we?
Oh, right.
Is it Christmas? Is it?
Comment what you think, guys. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween film or a Christmas film? I would say Halloween.
That's up there for me. But I think that's just one of my favourite films anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Lil Lider
Yes.
says, what's your favourite Halloween song?
Halloween song, All Stars, Things That Go Bump in the Night. Didn't even need to think about it. Didn't even need to think. Absolute tune.
We have another colour question.
Go for it.
We have, how long have you been doing hair, Ollie?
Ooh.
And what do you love most about using crazy colour?
Right, so there's two ways I can answer that question. You can either count the first time I ever did someone's hair, no matter how good or bad it was, or when I started doing hair properly. So we'll go with when I first did someone's hair, no matter how good or bad it was. So we're actually talking like pretty much 15 years I've been quote unquote doing hair. But then I guess officially I came into a salon after COVID, after all the lockdowns, and I just kind of had to step back and have a think what I really wanted to do with life in that time, and here we are now, and honestly, it's the best decision I've ever made. So yeah, I've been in Slunks for 2 years, and honestly, such a good team, such a good salon, training second to none, and without Slunks, without the Slunks Academy, I wouldn't be in any position to show you guys this today. So really grateful to be here. As far as goes for working with crazy colour, it's limitless. There are no limits to crazy colour. You can mix anything together, you can make anything, you can have any look. It's just feeds your creative soul so much, and it's easy to work with as well. And it's just such a great company, such a great, like, I always think of Crazy Colour as like an institution. It's been around for so long, everyone knows Crazy Colour. So just done my purple, orange there again. Gonna do our yellow right over the top of that there.
We've asked, what's your favourite crazy colour?
Oh, right. Cyclamen, because it goes with everything, it covers everything, you can mix with everything. I think there's probably not a colour I've done that hasn't got cyclamen in it in some way, somewhere maybe. I do really like my Percy Pig Pink mix. So that is this one here, that is that rose golden candy floss here. I did a really pretty peach literally earlier today that was the Anarchy UV with Pinkissimo. And I think I'm just going to force that on everyone now as well, because that was so nice. But yeah, I think I really like the sunny colours. I love this green that's got on here. But it's like I said, there are no limits of crazy colour. You can make whatever colour you want to from all of their intermixable shades. I'm just going to spin that this way a little bit more, okay?
And what inspired you to be a hairdresser?
What inspired me to be a hairdresser? Ooh. I think it's just, I can't even think. I think it's just always something that's been in, like, my soul, if as corny as that sounds. Like, I can remember when I was younger, I always wanted the girls' toys from McDonald's because they have the hair. And it's like, I wanted to cut them and plait them and play with them. So I think it's just always been something within me. I always remember my nan had like loads of wool in her spare room, and I used to make wigs out of it. And I, like, not good wigs, they were literally just 2 strands of wool going across my hair there. And I cut them and plait them and cut them into nothing. So yeah, I think it's always been something in front of, something that's been in my soul. But I do remember the moment I knew I loved hairdressing, I wanted to pursue it properly, was in my first salon, doing work experience when I was 14. Just seeing this client come in like so shy and a little bit awkward, and leaving, like having a complete restyle, a complete different colour, and leaving not just visually like a new woman, but you could see it, the way she walked out was like a new woman as well. I think that's just the power of hair, man. That's the power we have as hairdressers. How cool is that? That you can change someone mentally, not just visually. There we are, back on with our crazy colour, our Percy Pig pink. I'm just going to knock that through again, give that a little blend. And you can kind of see our yellow and pink there is kind of blending together to make a really nice peachy tone as it blends out in the middle as well. So you're kind of getting 4 colours for the price of 3. Has anyone shared their plans for Halloween, guys? Come on, I want to know what you're doing. I'm going to be jealous. I'm not going to be jealous.
I'm doing a murder mystery.
How are you?
Which will be fun.
I love a murder mystery. I'm seeing the Sugar Babes, and I can't wait.
I'm so jealous. So jealous.
Right, before I move on to this top section, I am just going to paint the rest of Molly's hairline on with our orange mix around there.
What's your plan once you've finished? Are we going to get to see the look?
Yes, so we will, after this is finished, we will let Molly process for like another 15, 20. And then we're going to rinse her off with freezing cold water so those colours don't run into each other. It's Molly's favourite bit. But I will say, in terms of looking after your colour, Moll, you are probably one of my best clients who look after it, because your colour always looks so bright. But ignore the foil, because our inner saboteur, we don't need it. So we'll lay that over there. You will be able to see the look, not on this live unfortunately, as you should see how much hair Molly has when it's dry. We will be here till 10 o'clock. So check back on Crazy Colour Stories on their grid, you'll see the finished look there.
And on your page?
And on my page is at hair.by.ollie. Ollie is just spelled O-L-I.
I have found it in the chat.
Oh, thank you so. If you want to follow my salon, guys, it's Slunks, S-L-U-N-K-S. Honestly, the best team in Cardiff. Everyone here is so sick of what they do. And like I said, without their training, I wouldn't be here showing you guys this today. And if you're in Cardiff and you want to learn how to do this yourself, we do have an academy page where you can come to us for a day and learn all of our tips and tricks. That is at slunks_academy.
Do you ever do men's hair?
It's on the list. It's on the list of things I want to do. Men's hair terrifies me. Love colour in it. I don't want to take a clip in here yet, but it's on my list, guys. One day. My partner hates that I don't do men's hair, and I will make up excuses not to do his hair in the house. But the salon does, so if you're a gent and you want some crazy hair, come see us in Slunks.
RDK Hair has said, I need to come and visit Slunks. I'm in Pembrokeshire.
Hey!
Do you
Welcome.
do colour courses?
We do colour courses. We've done loads of colour courses so far. I think when's the next one? So
After Christmas.
after Christmas now we'll be doing more colour courses. All the information, like I said, is on the Academy Instagram guide, which is Slunks SLUNKS
And just send us a
Academy.
message.
Yeah, send us a message. So we're on our last section, guys, and it's only 7:30.
You need to go slower.
I need to go slower. We'll take a baby section.
We'll split it in two.
We'll split it in two. There we are. I want to hear everyone's plans for Halloween. No one said anything. There we are. Let me lay that there.
Someone said, show the process of using the Power Crazy colour.
So there's a great live that Amber Does Mermaid Hair did the other day. It's on Crazy Colours Grid, and she is awesome. The things she was doing with power pigments were just insane. Making hair masks out of them, making coloured shampoo and conditioners out of them. So that was all just using power pigments and neutral mix. So definitely give that a watch. I think it should be pretty recent on Crazy Colours Grid. It was a live on there the other day. So there we are. So like I said, with the purple guys, we are creating kind of like a teardrop section, which if you don't know what I mean by teardrop, is just where it starts, the root starts higher at the front and kind of dips to like a circle in the back. So it looks like a teardrop. So short little bit of orange right at the top there. Milk that down a little bit. Go right over the top of that with our yellow mix. So this bit we're going to match up with the other side as well. Yeah.
How are you going to rinse this off?
With freezing cold water.
Yeah.
Freezing cold. Lots and lots of anti-bleed. I tend not to shampoo off my Crazy Colours, just so I don't get any bleed, but it's gone on to hair that's just been shampooed and dried, so it's like you've already cleansed it. So it's just going to be freezing cold water in sections, so this will be washed off different to the back, and lots of anti-bleed spray. Just to lock in that colour a bit more. But
So do you rinse it and then apply the
yes,
anti-bleed?
so rinse it all out as much as you can. I know it's hard with Crazy Colour guys because it doesn't run clear. It's not like when you're doing like a natural colour, but you'll kind of be able to see when the majority of it is out. And then spray the anti-bleed all over there, give it a little emulsify, a little smush around, comb it through if you want to, and then again another cold wash there just to get the anti-bleed off. And washing this at home, again, as cool water as you can handle. Shampoo it as little as you can. If you are going to shampoo it, only shampoo it in at the roots. Don't kind of like smush it all on top of each other, else you're just going to get all the colours mixed in together. And anti-bleed spray, anti-bleed spray, anti-bleed spray, as little heat as possible when styling. We're on our last section, guys. What are we going to do?
Would you be able to run through your colours again?
Yes.
You finished
Absolutely.
other fields.
Oh, there's a little bit. Let's douse the yellow on there.
We've got 10 minutes, so
We've got 10
shout out
minutes.
questions.
Yeah, guys, come on. Any questions before I finish ahead of time? What tree? Leave it, Mom. It's fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. And our last bit of Percy paper there. So we're going to smudge that right over the top where that yellow ends. And blend that out. I'm just going to do a little yellow right where that blend meets, just to give it a little bit of something. A little bit more coverage there.
The orange and the yellow look so like vibrant.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
silver and blue.
I think that to me, that orange next to that purple screams Halloween as well.
Oh yeah.
Actually, just that one then, actually. So guys, that is well, it's not the finished look, but it's on. It's the colours all on there. Let me just run through what we've used again. I'm just going to go in really close to Molly's roots here, just so they are covered right at the top. So,
We've had quite a lot of questions.
yes.
So we have had, how are you planning to style this look?
So, what we'll probably do is give it a wave out and maybe a little tease out, so it's kind of like a witchy, not perfect glam wave. That is not the vibe for today. Something quite witchy, maybe a bit backcomby. We'll see how it happens. It's gonna be fierce.
And we have what colours you use, and is it easy to remove?
Yeah, so we'll go through that now. So this is all the colours on. If I just face you that way, Moll. So this is our witch's candy corn side. So we have, actually, let me spin you that way, you're right in the edge of the camera there. So we have our purple root in our teardrop again, coming kind of down diagonally, which is hot purple and cyclamen mix, into our blue mix, which is sky blue, capri blue, and loads of blue hype popped in there to make it pop. And my favourite green I think I've ever made and will continue to ever make. If you're coming to see me in Slunks for a bright colour, you're having green. You're having this green from now on. Mostly peppermint with just a little squirt of lime twist just to make it pop out a little bit more. And then onto our more traditional candy corn side, our orange root, which is coral red and orange. Our little yellow mid-band, which is peachy coral and canary yellow. And our Percy pink ends, which are rose gold and candy floss. I'm just going to go over those ends a little bit more, just to pop them out a bit.
We've said, does crazy colour purple fade to a greenish tone?
I find it fades more blue if you just use hot purple on its own, but that's why I mix cyclamen with it to kind of give it a nicer fade out. And then that fades, if you mix cyclamen in with hot purple, that fades out more true to a purple fade out than a bluey fade out. But again, it depends what base it goes on. If you put it on a white base, it will fade a little bit bluey. If it's on a darker base, it'll probably hold its colour a little bit more.
It depends if it's a cooler or warmer
Yeah,
purple
absolutely.
composition of the purple.
Absolutely. So, we're going to let this sit for around about another 15 minutes. And then we're going to, like I said, rinse it out in freezing cold water. Make sure it doesn't all run together. That's the real trick or treat for you this season, isn't it? Lots of anti-bleed spray. If you're doing this at home, guys, Crazy Colour have loads of aftercare products that will help maintain your colour. The Rainbow Shampoos and Conditioner, the Colour Extend Shampoos and Conditioners will keep this colour as vibrant and as bright for as long as you need it to. Anti-bleed spray. Anti-bleed spray is a lifesaver. It's my favourite aftercare product. Really lock in that colour and you will smell amazing. Like I said, the purple lollipops you used to get in your school tuck shop. It smells like that. It's great.
Great take-home product.
It is. It's a great take-home product. And make sure you check back on Crazy Colours Instagram stories and the Great to see the finished look. I think I'm done, guys.
We've had a question.
Yeah, I didn't say any more questions.
That is, what anti-bleed spray would you recommend?
There is the only anti-bleed spray that Crazy Colours do. It's the only one. It is this one. I believe this is what the influencers do. They come up and they put a hand behind there. So this is the anti-bleed spray, guys. It is an absolute godsend. You can use it instead of a conditioner as well. And it really locks in that crazy colour. Stop it bleeding out. There is a video somewhere on Crazy Colours Grid of rinsing out a green, like a bright green, and then putting on the anti-bleed spray and pulling out the water, and it is fading out clear. So you need this. Everyone needs a bit of anti-bleed in their life.
We've had a question from Ollie.
Hey!
We've had what's your favourite crazy colour look that you've had done by Ollie?
Oh!
No. I don't know if I can choose.
Come on, girl.
I'm a big fan of what we've got going on today.
It's
Just
different from
because,
this.
yeah, it's different. We've done before, quite a lot of the time, very much this
Yeah.
situation, changed up a little bit each time. So last, I would probably say this orange into yellow versus big pink. It's like we say it's my natural hair colour.
Yeah, it is. It is
just
the natural hair colour,
it's the
growth
one.
colour.
But I am really liking the change, like
Yeah.
from the like kind of warmer colours to the purples and blues.
Yeah.
So this is a contender. We'll see
It's
what
up
happens
there.
when it's done.
We did a
But
colour clash once as well. That was very like a Ribena and Ribena
that's-
purple and pink on one side, and the other side was like a fire orange into like a real shouty yellow. Does that make sense? Like a shouty yellow, like an in-your-face yellow. I loved that. That was lush on you.
Yeah, that's stayed forever.
That
That
did.
hasn't left since.
No, but it is spooky season.
It is.
We're going for our witches, candy corn, Mel. We'll see how it looks in around about 10-15 minutes, guys. Make sure you check them back on the Instagram stories and on the grid to see the look completed. Is there any more questions before we sign off for the night?
I think we just have one comment. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be buying the anti-bleed.
Yes.
When you guys used it on me, it smells stunning.
Yay! See, it's so good.
It
It's so
makes
good.
my
And
hair
it's-
last months.
And it's not expensive either, guys. Like
No.
that's so good about Crazy Colour. They're all such a good price point as well. It's not anything that's going to break the bank out, and it keeps your hair looking amazing.
How long do
forever.
you leave the anti-bleed spray on?
Literally a minute. Literally 1 minute is all you need to leave it on for it to work. Just spray it on, or if you've got masses of hair like Mol, I do take the sprayer out and just gloop it onto her head. Emulsify it around, pull it through. You can comb it through if you want to,
I put in this through.
Yeah.
I might not really have it.
and then just rinse it away. But make sure you're using cold water.
We've had loving all of the names you've come up with the different colours.
It is something we do, isn't it? I Posy Pig Pink, guys. It is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is Posy Pig Pink and
And-
Gobby Yellow.
If you could name your own crazy colour,
Oh, what if I could make my own from nothing?
yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, right. I do love green. I think I just put this in a bottle, guys. You know, and
It is stunning.
call it Sminty.
Ooh.
Sminty green.
Snifty.
Absolutely. I mean, if I could have like a leopard print crazy colour that just comes out the bottle in leopard print, I would have that because leopard print is my favourite colour. But I don't think that's possible. But we move. Right, guys, we are going to get Molly rinsed off ASAP. Make sure you're checking back again to see the finished look on the stories and on the grid. I've been Ollie. Thank you so much, Crazy Colour, for having me. This has been absolute dream come true. Don't forget to follow my home here in Cardiff at Slunks and the Slunks Academy page for any courses that we're doing here as well. Get yourselves down here. I've been Ollie at hair.byollie, Ollie's spelled OLI, and we will catch you soon. Bye bye!